evening and welcome to the River Aire in North Yorkshire. Second break in the Yorkshire Dales this year. The first one was in May in drought conditions, and here we are again at the end of August, and you guessed it, yes, drought conditions. That's a bit of a trickle of a river that I'm faced with at the moment, and I'm going to fish sort of half an hour or so into the dark. I brought a dry fly rod. That's 4 weight with a long leader, 3 pound point, and a little sedge on the end, which obviously I can change. And I've also brought a streamer rod, which I think might be the main sort of contender tonight. I've just seen one fish rise up there, and that's pretty well been it. Came down for a walk the other night too, having a look round, and again just nothing showing at all. So what I'm going to do, this is the sort of entry and exit point of the beat, so this is where I'm going to fish last. I'm going to have a bit of a wander up and downstream and see what I can find. Really I'm looking for rough water with a bit of depth and sort of trailing roots and cover and features where I can plop a streamer lure in and hope a suicidal huge angry trout will take it. That's basically as simple as the plan goes really at the moment. Okay. This looks like a promising sort of pool, but there's very little movement in it. So it's just the odd tiny fish rising. I think they're probably small grayling. But we've got these roots and sort of tree limbs and rubbish accumulating under those willows. There's a chance of a good trout, I'd say, but I'm going to leave it till later. Let's have a look a bit further up. We'll keep as far away from the river as possible. The ground's absolutely bone dry. Dust Bowl in Yorkshire. We might get some rain tomorrow or Wednesday, in which case I'm quite chuffed, but we all know what it's like, these promises of rain and forecasters. And this bit upstream of the corner there's a big corner pool. We've only got this bank. Further down we've got both banks. No, I think that was on the bottom. No. A bit further to the inside. That's it. Oh, that's got to be covering it. No. Let's look a bit further upstream. I think this sewage works upstream must affect the level quite a bit. Hang on, is he coming back now? So a ball wave heading downstream then. Yeah, he's here. Where's he gone? Well, at times like this, we've got to be thankful for small mercies. There we are. Result. A little emerger sedge. Very scenic vista here. This is Moor Reservoir, not far from Skipton. And what a beautiful backdrop. going to be a hot day. I'm not fishing here. But day tickets are available. It's Skipton Angling Association. I think it's £17 a day, and there's various types of trout. I think tiger trout, spartics, rainbow trout, and obviously the native brown trout as well. Absolutely beautiful spot. Here we go. A few regulations. A couple of chaps fishing over there. Must admit I've not seen much in the way of fish movement, but it is sort of getting on in the morning a bit now, and I think it's going to be a hot day. And obviously it's virtually flat calm, certainly on this side anyway. But what isn't encouraging, I've seen a cormorant. Oh, I have seen a fish rise actually. And way down there in the bottom of the valley is the town of Skipton. And surrounding dales. Dales proper starts really to the left, to the north. Over the next moor we drop down into Wharfe. This is an artificial amount of water coming through here. I think there's a drain off from a reservoir higher up the moor, and they pump the water through into this place. There's no way in the current conditions that an actual stream would be flowing like that. Absolutely impossible. So I think it's a good spot for fish holding, all the oxygen here, especially in the weather we've had at the moment, recently. And this is the River Wharfe at Addingham. Very, very low, but it looks in better shape than the Aire. And I think, I'm not sure whether you can get permits for this stretch at all. I think it might be private now, but a few miles downstream at Ilkley you can get day tickets for the Ilkley Angling Club, and a couple of miles further north upstream you can get tickets on the Bolton Abbey estates, but they are quite expensive, and you've got to bear in mind it's effectively a public park, so you're not really going to get much privacy at Bolton Abbey, I wouldn't have thought. Certainly not for the excessive cost of the day ticket. But lovely river. I've just seen a trout rise. And there's the Skipton Castle and the grounds. Well worth a visit. Busy little market town, but very nice indeed. My wife absolutely loves this place, and my daughter's house is only a couple of miles away. Bank holiday market. One of the smaller Dales rivers, the River Nid, and a bit of day ticket water on here. I think the Paisley Bridge Angling Association, and you can get day tickets. I'm not sure how much, I think in the region of £15 a day. With some lovely wild trout fishing and grayling as well. Nice bit of fly water. Glorious sunrise there. Gorgeous reservoir. Unfortunately this one is strictly private. Quite a bit of activity. Fish moving over there in that bay. There we are, hunting fry I think. Ripon Cathedral. Main shopping street. Little tributary stream of the Aire here in the middle of Ripon. It's very nice. There's a badger. Well, unfortunately the poor old Aire was in quite a state, very low, warm water, pretty well unfishable really. This time I'm trying the River Wharfe because despite the low water it looks in rather better shape than the Aire. I know it's a bigger river and everything, but the flow just looks a bit more cheerful and it looks a lot cleaner at the moment. So I've driven down to Burley in Wharfedale, which is about maybe 20-25 minutes from where we're staying in Embassy, and I'm going to try this bit. I've just got to find the entrance now. I think it's over here. Walked across the field from the parking as per map, and this looks like a little gate that takes us through to the river. Yeah, let's see. And here's the River Wharfe. Again, great big long still pools. I don't know if there's any faster water. I think there's some faster water towards the top, but it's whether I can walk that far with me dodgy foot. I think I'm going to have a look, see if there's any near bank features. I mean, like under this willow here, just as I come on, that's perhaps a place I could drag a streamer through. River Wharfe, a very overgrown stretch, and a huge, great big wide flat pool, but I've seen a big fish roll over twice in the middle, and I've seen something just the other side of these willows from the downstream side. So first cast is going to be against these willows. I'm trying this olive streamer. One pull will do us, one decent pull, and I'll be happy. Against the odds, we've got very poor conditions, but who knows? Anything's possible really. Early morning low water had quite a good result on the swale with two really good brown trout hooked, sort of within minutes of each other. So like I say, it's not beyond hope. clumsy. Quite high up in that willow. I don't know if we'll get that back. Oh, we've got it. That's lucky. That's why we use a strong leader, apart from the dangerous smash takes. It's pretty handy for picking your lure back out of trees and snags. Really what I need to be is on the other bank, but it's just way too wide, and with thigh waders I don't think it's a safe gamble at all. In fact, I wouldn't really fancy it in chest waders because the water's so dark you can't really see where you're going. Another walk a bit further up, see if we can find this legendary streamy water. Otherwise I think I'll leave it for another day. Rising fish in front of us, quite steadily rising fish. I fancy it's probably grayling, and probably mostly small ones, but for now it's in the shade of that tree blocking out the sun off the rise, so it's probably like a few minutes chance. I'm just putting a little LKS sedge across, which I might change to a micro nymph if I start getting refusals. Just need to pin them down again. Oh, rose one. Oh, it's the rose one. That's an encouraging start. Well, of course, this was something of an error of judgment. Really, fishing a strange water, you're always better off having a loop first, especially when it's not fished much, and in the summer they can be so overgrown and inaccessible. So, really, I think I would have written it off. I got this season ticket, well, membership for the Bradford City, and I was determined to use it, and really my judgment should have led me towards having to go on the day ticket stretch at Ilkley. I mean, it's only for pensions, it's something like £7.50 a day, and you can see just what a nice bit of water that is. Well, far be it from me to disparage Bradford City Angling Association. I love the low budget waters and the quality of them, but I made a big mistake really doing Burley in Wharfe this morning. When you look at this stretch here in the town of Ilkley, I could have paid, I think it's £11 a day, the local association for fishing this, and look at it, so much life in this water, even though it's so low. There's features, there's a deep pool up there, there's falls, there's shallow runs, rapids, riffles. Yeah, everything's here really. Absolutely enormous pool here. Great big backwater over that far side. Probably gets busy in fine weather with kids and dogs down here. I think there's a fair bit of swimming goes on, but early morning and evening be absolutely superb, I would reckon. And also maybe on a cold chilly spring day, give or take the odd dog or two, you'd have a place to yourself and pretty quiet. Lovely tail end of the pool too here. It's this suspension footbridge. Like I say, nothing to denigrate the Bradford City, fine club, and I'm sure I'm going to have some marvellous sessions on there in time to come. And you've probably noticed another rookie error there. Turning up a river like the middle reaches of the Wharfe with only thigh waders is seriously sort of handicapping yourself. Again, I've got a sort of fixed mindset of I was going to fish on the Aire, knowing it was dead low, but really not knowing just how dirty and scummy it would be, and sort of pretty well unfishable really. So there's another one for you. I could have easily packed a set of body waders, which are less comfortable and less convenient than the thigh waders, but it would have given me a fighting chance on the lower Wharfe. I think the top end near Buckden, different thing. It's a much smaller river up there and much shallower. But there we go. Lessons to be learnt. Right, so thanks very much for watching. I hope you found it informative, if not very thrilling in terms of fish caught, to put it mildly. But anyway, there we go. Not all, it's called fishing, not catching, and not all trips are successful. But a few harsh learning points, I think you'll agree. If you like the content and you want to see a bit more, please subscribe, totally free. And if that's the case, I will be seeing you again quite soon. Top of the trout season again coming up. Last month, September, can be quite exciting. Let's just hope we get a bit more rain. Okay, take care. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.